Alright everybody, welcome back to round 3 of our epic tournament. In this round we have House Martell against the Unsullied of Daenerys Targaryen. An epic clash, both have long spears, both excellent shield combatants, and both with javelins. This is a very equal match. We have 1,000 versus 1,000. It's not glitching out this time, which is awesome. I genuinely have no idea who's going to win this clash. Daenerys riding through with Dark Sister, I believe, just hacking and slashing at Dornish soldiers. We should have Lord Oberyn Martell leading the Dornish soldiers, although I don't see him on the field. He may be already dead. Good chance. Yeah, I think he fell already. Alright, it does look like the Unsullied are thinning out this line pretty rapidly, actually. Really showing off the absolute expert skill they have in soldiery. Who have we got here? We've got Daenerys riding on in. Looks like the Dornish soldiers are breaking. The warriors of House Martell absolutely being overwhelmed by the professional soldiers that are the Unsullied. Now remember, if you're new to this series, go back and watch the other 2 episodes first. And we have a set of rules. So they must win all 2 out of 3 challenges. That being infantry, cavalry, and archers. Now for the for these guys, because it's Daenerys' army, we're going to make her archers the Dothraki dismounted archers, and her normal archers, her cavalry will actually be the Dothraki horse archers. Just to mix things up, because, well, that is more likely her army composition as opposed to Giscari Manticores, which are, the same culture as the Unsullied. I didn't see many Unsullied archer regiments in the Game of Thrones, but it looks like an overwhelming victory for these boys. Did they? Mans must have picked up a Dornish shield, like mid-battle. He dropped it, or his shield, and picked up someone else's. Interesting. Adapt. Improvise. Overcome. Alright. Let's move on to the cavalry round, shall we? Alright, everyone, and it begins. The 2 massive forces moving against each other. We will see them clash momentarily. Alright boys, here comes the bow lords. The Dothraki bow lords moving in, skirmishing as much as they can, trying to create some distance now, riding away, trying to enter their circle formation. They are getting cut down, the heavy cavalry of House Dorne moving into them and trying to lock them down into position, passing through and causing immense casualties. I don't know how well the Dothraki will do against the heavily armoured, very heavily armoured, Dornish soldiers. Now, I do realise that I could have used the Dornish Sidewinder units instead of their actual cavalry. So we'll see, Oh, look at that, we have, I think that's Oberyn Martell. Riding through, butchering dudes. The Dothraki are losing a lot. Like, they've lost about half of their forces already. Which is considerable. Considering they're a skirmishing force. They're just getting locked down in the center. So many Dothraki bowlords have already fallen. It is insane. The flag of House Martell being proudly wielded by this one man who didn't bring a sword at all. Just riding along, living his best life. More and more horses falling, you can hear it. A lot of hit and run tactics going for the Dothraki, but they just can't do it. They're losing so many more men than they can kill. They might be able to wear them down eventually, but I don't really see it happening, to be honest. Is there? Yep, there is reinforcements coming in. Dothraki reinforcements? Indeed. Unfortunately for them, that means that there is reinforcements for the Dornish. And they are getting cut off by a large squadron of Dornish soldiers. And in melee, they just don't stand a chance. They're too lightly armored. They're getting completely overrun. More Dothraki coming in from the side here, but I just don't see it working for them. Because they've lost so many men that they're just respawning in rapidly, whereas the Dornish cavalry's lost almost nothing. Look at the absolute decimation of the Dothraki elite horse archers there. Horses and men scattered across the field. Clearly overwhelmed by the very oppressive Dornish cavalry. I'm thinking it's gonna be a win for House Dorne in this one, so they're 1 for 1. I'm very intrigued to see how the Archer battle goes, considering we all know how derpy they can be. Now, I am leaving RBM on this time, Realistic Battle Mod. We'll see if, which is why the battles are spanning out a bit further than round 2, as I had forgotten to turn on Realistic Battle Mod. Jeez, these poor Dothraki are getting caught again, man. They can't catch a break, these poor guys. Oh no, oh, he's drawn his sword. Sir, an Iraq is not going to help you in this situation. Heavy glaives on the side of the Dornish, just hacking through everything they hit. Both sides rocking a nice curved blade, but the Iraq is just no match for that steel scimitar. Oi, oi, oi. Getting to the view of the Dornish warriors. Oh, that poor man. He just got destroyed. I'm shocked that the Dothraki haven't fled the field yet, to be honest. They've still got more men coming in. Another squadron coming in to try and deal with the Dornish cav, but I don't see it happening. They're just getting completely overwhelmed. They're now outflanked. They've got a massive cav force on either side of this newly deployed reinforcement. As soon as this force is fully mustered, they're just going to instantly charge. And the Dornish have more reinforcements. There is about to be 3 waves of heavy cavalry hitting the poor Dothraki lines here. Let's join in with this charge. We come with the Dornish. We ride at dawn. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm not controlling this man. I am just spectating. Oh god, thank god I'm not controlling this man, because that was some terrible missing. I hear death, but I don't see the enemy. That's how much they're just getting obliterated. So the thing about the Dornish is, because they have all these skirmishes as well, they don't need to match the enemy with their bows, because they're just sitting still throwing javelins at them, and javies just do so much more damage. Like, if they can hit them with a javelin, they're screwed. 500 horsemen in the center here. 1,000 entities. And I think the Dothraki have fled the field. We have witnessed a victory for House Martell. Now, guys, quickly drop in the comments who you think will win this final round. Will it be the dismounted Dothraki bowlords, or will it be the I think it's the Dornish Sidewinders? Will Dorne or House Martell or the Dothraki prevail in this contest of skill and power? Let's go find out. Alright, everybody, the Dothraki are moving forward, commanded by Daenerys Stormborn of House Targaryen. Whilst this little flag bearer with no sword or bow charges their formation. We'll see how they go. We have the Dornish Master Archers over here. Very heavily armoured in comparison to the Dothraki. one would have to assume that the Dothraki would lose this just out of armor. Both sides are going to form up. Now, I made sure that I played as a commander in this battle, ran forward, got myself murdered, so that I could fast forward this a bit, so that they could form up. But it looks like, even with RBM on, they are just going to run into each other, causing a large amount of their formation to enter melee. They are skirmishing back, they're withdrawing from there. Now, we'll do this, we'll let them line up. The arrow fire is now starting to go between them. Very scattered as they move forward and back. Now this is what happens with RBM on with archers. It's a lot of random stuff. They do a lot of running backwards and forwards. Arrows are being sent out now though, as the enemy are right in front of them. The Dornish firing out many shots, looking like they are starting to take an edge over the Dothraki. As I said, the Dothraki just have no armor on, which is going to cost them. We have Oberyn Martell just riding through the lines, hitting dudes with his glaive. The poor Dothraki line being slowly encircled by Dornish archers. There's about 160, 170 man difference right now in the favor of House Martell. We may not get Daenerys in the final round of this series. I don't think she's going to get through. I think House Dorne will actually move on to the next round. These lines are getting absolutely decimated. There is a lot of Dornishmen dying, but it's just, it took the Dothraki far too long to start really getting into this. They are just getting absolutely wrecked. Oi, oi, oi. 130 of them left against 630. Jesus, and they're just dropping rapidly. I'm gonna guess, boys, if I had to guess, I don't think this 50 men are gonna beat the 630 remaining Dornish archers. If you voted for the Dothraki to win, I am sorry, but they have lost. The Dornish army has prevailed, proven themselves the superior ally in their joint force against Westeros, and really showing off that Daenerys never should have been capable of capturing the Seven Kingdoms. She required the help she got from her allies because her army was really not up to scratch. Yes, celebrate, men, for you won victory this day. Let's go check out the tournament screen, guys. Alright everybody, here we are at the tournament screen. Now unfortunately, Daenerys Targaryen's forces have been crushed. Now advancing, House Martell of Dorne. Oh boys, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Gonna move this back, like that. There we go. Alrighty, the next battle we'll have will be the Free Houses against the Ironborn. Now, the Free Houses can mean a lot of things. You've got a lot of options in there. I believe House Glover or Umber, one of them is a free house, and so is House Bolton. We'll probably end up using Bolton's men because they tend to be better than House Frey's. The Frey archers aren't too bad, so we may get them in there. And yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. I hope you enjoyed the absolute epic clash that endured, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now, not forever.